sort of a flashback of some of our good memories of when the Willshire basketball team went to state tournament in both 1955 and in 1956. And we're going to be watching some of the highlights of the game, and the guys are going to be reliving some of their good memories and probably some that weren't quite so happy, but anyway, it has been like a lifelong memory that we've cherished. It was such an exciting time for the team and for the community, for the school. Several years ago, I wrote a little short story about those 2 years, and I'm going to read that now sort of as an introduction. And the Willshire basketball teams go to state tournaments in 1955 and 1956. This was a very exciting time for the whole community, as this was the first time in Willshire's history that a team had made it to the Final Four in basketball tournaments. To note, a couple other of the Willshire teams in the late 30s and early 40s had made it to the state playoffs, but at that time there was no regional qualifying round, and there were 16 teams included in the state tournament. As the 55 and 56 seasons progressed and the teams remained undefeated, the little Willshire gym was pushed beyond capacity, filling every nook and corner, plus the incline steps too. Some of the big games were moved to alternate locations. Quoting from a March 1955 Willshire Herald article, after the Bearcats had qualified for their trip to the state tournament in Cincinnati, it read, "Yes, the basketball fever is bursting the mercury of this village of 600 happy residents. So high is the enthusiasm that some of the elder grandpas and grandmas of Welsh vintage literally threw away their canes and joined in Saturday night's celebration honoring the Bearcats in Koch games upon their well-earned regional title. What seemed to be the loudest and most amusing noisemaker in the group of celebrants was none other than Truman Dudgeon. Although in his 70s, Mr. Dudgeon demonstrated great dexterity in handling a 10-gauge double-barrel blunderbuster whose cannonading shook the surrounding countryside. In addition to the cannonading, many other noisemakers played their part in the celebration, as intermittent cheers were led by the cheerleaders. A large motor caravan was organized and the horns of over 50 cars blended to sound the glad tidings. Monday morning, the entire school celebrated the regional championship with a parade through the village. The spicy Willshire band led the march, followed by the team members and coach, while the student body formed a snake dance. It was truly a sight and an occasion that will long be remembered. Well, the team won the first semifinal game against Pleasant City, but was defeated the next afternoon in the championship by lack of winning. So they returned from Cincy, perhaps a little battered, but still very proud to be state runner-up. Already the school and community were looking forward to next year. So again in 1956, the Bearcats remained undefeated throughout the regular season and tournament play until the state semifinal game against Arcanum in Cleveland. Once again, their state title quest was denied, losing a heartbreaker by just 1 point. But they returned to Willshire to be greeted like true champions and with memories that have lasted a lifetime. Quoting from the March 26, 1956 Van Wert Bolton Dope Bucket column, it read, "The Willshire Bearcats didn't win the state Class B cage ground at Cleveland, but they were given a royal reception when they arrived back in Willshire about 3:30 Sunday. A crowd estimated around 1,000 loyal fans were on hand when the Bearcats and Coach Bob games hit the corporation, and about everything that made a noise was mustered into service. Heading the parade was the Willshire High School band, and even the Willshire fire truck was pressed into service, along with its screaming siren. The celebration lasted for about an hour, and members of the Homer Pearson Post American Legion did a good job in handling the traffic in the bulging little city. There was no speaking making, just a lot of cheering and noise making for a great team that bowed only to the ultimate state champions, the Arcanum Trojans, by a single point. So that sort of sets the stage for what we're going to be talking about today. And we've got Paul Bollenbacher here. Paul lives in Chat. You retired from where?
International Harvester.
International Harvester. Charlie Koch lives up around Defiance. Your life work was in education, right?
Right. I retired as Williams County Superintendent in 1993.
And we got Gene Michaud. He's still hanging around Willshire. You farmed all your life, right?
Yep.
That's your main occupation. Ken Stetler, he lives just south of Willshire. Used to live in Brandon. And you retired from where?
White Green Company, 1999.
And that's in Bangor.
Right.
And this is charming guy is my husband, Dick Samuels.
All right.
He didn't put his glasses in.
And he's a farmer too. And this is where we live between Willshire and Chat. And over here on the side we got Lon Myrtle. He's the great keeper of stats. Always love to keep records of the books.